what do you see after you helping so many business owners? What is the common mistakes they do? Yeah.
So the biggest mistake when I see entrepreneurs that they make is first is they don't have a structured business model. Second one, maybe too much of products, which is getting them overwhelmed or not giving them a direction of what to sell, what not to sell.
I see a lot of people, some people tell this person is copying, he copied my idea.
Yeah, I always tell one thing, Akshay, is anybody can copy me. Okay, so I don't have a problem. I keep telling that. There are a lot of people who even take the content of what I create because I am so sure that my content is 100% original. Because the point is you can never find it anywhere because I never Google, I don't do anything.
What is the criteria you set if you were to help a business owner hands-on, where you sit with them, you or your team?
So how do you select a client is where you understand the needs of that person and where that person has to go.
Hey everyone, coaches, consultants, entrepreneurs, agency owners, engineers, welcome to this mini masterclass, how to start and grow your SaaS business in 2025 and beyond. You know that artificial intelligence is booming. Before that comes SaaS, because from 2025 to 2030 there is a huge demand. If you see in a country like India with 140 crore population, even 10%, right? More than 14 crore businesses want to come online, and having the right system, the CRM, the WhatsApp automation, having the funnel, it's one of the most important thing. And if you want to impact more people, if you love impacting business owners, this is an opportunity for you to impact at a grassroots level. And secondly, if you see in our country, India, more than 90% of the people earn less than 25,000 rupees per month salary, which comes down to 3 lakh rupees per annum. And if you see, by starting and growing a SaaS agency, you just helping 100 businesses locally, either coaches, consultants, real estate, whatever you really love, you can able to make 60 lakh per annum. And if you're really smart and if you can implement really well, if you can help 500 businesses, you can have a 3 crore rupees per year business, right? It's one of the most incredible business, and it's a recurring business. And make sure that you listen to this complete podcast, take notes. And if you want to start your podcast after if you want to start your SaaS or agency after seeing the podcast, just message me SaaS or on the social media links given below or on WhatsApp, right? Also make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that we can bring more amazing guests for you, so that you get absolutely the top 1% knowledge, learning from the top spectacular people like Karthik Naidu, one of the best, right? Enjoy the podcast. I'll see you there.
Will be easily 10 lakhs plus. Okay, so per year, that's a recurring base. But if you look at the investments that we make on ourselves, is what makes you actually the true person. Okay, it's not about thinking that, okay, I'm paying 10 lakh rupees for this mastermind, and what am I getting from there? That's not the point.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's about being in the zone and just understanding what other people are doing and how you can actually contribute first to the mastermind and then take something back from there.
Got it.
So just because you pay something to somebody doesn't mean that, okay, they owe the world to us. No, not at all. You just pay to be in that zone, okay? But you need to first be a giver. You need to give the people in that mastermind, give them what it requires, and then take their energies, take their ideas to scale it up. So I feel India is just getting started with masterminds. Like the way we are doing it, even I'm launching my own masterminds, which is called the Platinum Club, right?
Oh,
so
nice. Can you tell us more about what's that Platinum Club?
Yeah, so Platinum Club is one mastermind that I'm creating for entrepreneurs, which will combine most of the things, when you say about the mindset, okay, what an entrepreneur requires to be successful. So Platinum Club is all about mindset. It's about the system that is a SaaS. It is about the strategies, and it's about the marketing. So these are the 4 things that anybody needs to succeed. It's have a great mindset, have a great system. Like my pipeline community has one of the strongest systems in India right now. And third is about how can we really have the right marketing techniques to get people, and fourth one is also the community, like how we can build our own world. Okay, because I'll share with one thing with you, Akshay, is
Yes.
recently one of our member asked me a question. I do this Q&A in our community.
Okay.
They asked me one question like, Karthik, so what is the future of retail business in India? Like, who has a shop, who has a supermarket? What do you think about the future of them? And it was a very interesting question. And I told them, if you look at the pattern of Swiggy, how they're expanding through Instamart. And how Instamart works is, you just have like a go down, okay, and you store all the FMCG, that's your Coke, your daily use items. And if you open the Swiggy app, you go check out Instamart, you can order even 50 rupee worth of goods, which will be delivered to you. So what is going to happen to the individual businesses then, right? The biggest question to that is, they need to create their own ecosystem. They need to create their own customer base. Let's say I have a retail shop, I have a boutique, and I don't have to worry about what other brands are selling. I just need to worry upon my 15 or 20 clients who are with me. How can I really add value to them, give great quality at great price, so that they never leave me? So the future of any business retail is about building your own ecosystem. Building your own world is your future. I think that's what I observed. And if you want to be there, then you need to be in the learning zone. If you don't invest on yourself to learn, I mean, it's not just that I sell my courses, but it's also that I invest to learn from others. Okay, and that is something that's very underrated. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're not in masterminds of anywhere, or if you're not learning, then actually you're not growing. Okay, believe me, the power of that is very much.
Absolutely. It's like we always have to be investing on ourselves, like upgrading ourselves, and we pay it for the speed, right? Like the faster we can execute the things.
True, that's right.
Yeah. And as you said, like what do you see after like you helping so many business owners? What is the common mistakes they do, right? Like what are the 5 or 10 common mistakes most coaches, consultants, business owners do, which you see and like you are helping them with?
Great. So I'll give you a few pointers. I'm not prepared.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you still like at least a 5 pointers. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
So the biggest mistake when I see entrepreneurs that they make is, first is they don't have a structured business model. Okay, point number one. That means they know they're doing business, but they do not understand which is the product that sells more, which is the product that sells less. Okay, so first is the business model. Second one, maybe too much of products, which is getting them overwhelmed or not giving them a direction of what to sell, what not to sell. It's just like the story of the founder, right? When McDonald's started, they had some 48 items in their menu. And the first thing that was done by Ray Kroc was to bring it down to about 4 items. So I think having too many products, too many services, and not knowing which is their USP is the second common mistake I'm looking at. The third common mistake is about the mindset. Okay, the mindset is all about thinking that I know it all. I've done this, I know I've built this business and I'm like really good. And they don't realize that what business they built is like a small dust. Okay, it's a very small dust in the business world. Okay, businesses are called as medium enterprise now if they are above 40 crores. Right? So small businesses are under 40 crore SME. So you technically are not even like got started on as a small business if you're not doing that much of revenue. If you're doing above medium enterprise, you have a bigger teams to build it. But most of the small business owners, solopreneurs, they feel they know it all. I think that's the biggest mistake. And next is not following and investing on marketing. Okay, people don't invest money on marketing. And my biggest challenge and biggest problem is why. I always tell this quote to a lot of business owners is, trying to save money to not spend on marketing is like stopping the clock to save time.
Yeah.
It's like you want to save time, you go stop the clock and feel like, oh nice, I'm going to save time. It is not. You're actually doing nothing. So if you don't spend on marketing, your business is never going to grow. There is so much of opportunity for ads today and so much of revenues. We invest heavily on marketing. right? Because we know we need to reach. Organic is kind of gone. No platform is ready to give for free. They want money from you. So spend that money, give them 1 rupee, make 5 rupees out of it. Okay, that's a common mistake, not putting on marketing. And the fifth mistake I look at is they don't have a business structure. Okay, they don't have a clear customer journey that they have. That means they don't have a proper opt-in form itself in a business. They have everything, website, everything, how to contact, click on the button and call us. Or you fill the form, it will go to them and they'll see it after 1 day. And this is the biggest challenge I'm looking at business owners. And that's where I actually tell them that you need to have a good opt-in form. You need to have a good automation in the back end. So even if you're not present, midnight, 2 a.m., somebody inquires about your brand, there should go a welcome email saying that, hey, we've received your inquiry. So our team is going to get in touch with you.
Like
That
a proper
one
system has to be there.
absolutely have a structured system is what it is. We'll go for 5 more. Okay, so that's the 5th one. And 6th one, what I notice with business owners is they don't have time. Okay, they say I don't have time, and I'll be like, oh, that's fantastic, but what do you do? And they're like, oh, you know what, I start from morning till night, I'm full busy. I say you will be busy because you're not doing anything about it. You're going to be busy for the rest of your life. If you can automate few things, if you can build a good team, can take care, you will have a lot of time. Do you think like Jeff Bezos or Mukesh Ambani is sitting down and looking at every part of their business? No, you got to build teams, you got to build leaders. Don't be busy, be productive. And the 6th one, what I notice with entrepreneurs is the money management. Okay, so the money management is a big problem. That means they sell the products, the payment is not coming. And they're like, how do I collect payments? How do I do this? They're panicking. So they don't have the clarity on when to give and how to collect the payment. And 7th one, the biggest challenge, you know what it is? These people itself don't pay properly to others. 7th challenge. When you don't make payment on time to others, do not expect payment to come to you on time. Okay, right. And what I'm sharing with you,
so will you reap.
Absolutely. They say payment in hai. First you give payment, then the payment will come. Okay, and coming to the 9th part, as entrepreneurs, the common mistakes I look at is just like being all around the place. They like learn from here, they learn from here, they learn from here, they learn from here, and they watch everybody's free content and they get confused and go nowhere. So I always say that pick one system. Everybody have created their own unique system, right? Siddharth Rajshekhar has unique system. Okay, so Rohan Pratham can have unique. I have a unique system. Somebody else, Rajiv Talreja, could have a unique system. Somebody else has a unique system. Sit down and analyze all these, which is suitable for you first. And if 5,000 entrepreneurs, thousands of entrepreneurs have gone through that system, it's a very powerful system. Yes. Understand, leave everything, follow one person, one system until you succeed. Okay, and the 10th and the most important mistake that I see with entrepreneurs is no value and integrity. Because business is all about profits and making money. That is how we all have been programmed. For us, what is business? Buy it at higher cost, buy it at lesser cost, sell it at higher cost. The person who buys it, I don't care. I got my profit, I'm out of this. So I think that value system and integrity is something that I've learned from my mentor, Siddharth Rajshekhar, is where
right?
Absolutely. Have that value. If your product and service is not adding value to somebody else's life, if your product or service is not serving anybody's need, then scrap that product. You don't need, world doesn't need that. Sell that is high quality stuff. Get your results tangible. And if you can't measure your success of your customers, that only means that you are making the biggest mistake. You need to measure how it has changed their life and how you have impacted their life. You need to know the measurement, and this inspires you to go to the next step.
That's incredible. And if I ask you, what is the code of honor like you follow in your company? Like being an CEO of My Pipeline, as in sales automation expert, what's the
Yeah.
standard you have set for your customers, team members?
Absolutely. I can give you like the 5 different code of honors that I follow. The first code of honor that I look at, just give me a moment. Okay. Let me like
Yes, sure.
quickly like grab that to share with you so that I
Yeah.
don't tell you random ones, but give you specifically my 5 systems that I follow. I call
Mm,
this even like the success principles. Okay. I
mm,
call it the code of honor or the success principles. If you want to be successful in life, you need to do 5 things, especially
mm,
in the modern era of building a business through the technology. You need to be independent.
mm.
You cannot depend on everybody to actually do spoon feed us in every step. I'm not understanding, can somebody teach me? No, you got to
Yeah.
be a researcher, you got to be independent. Second one is you got to be a deep learner, because only when you understand something on a deeper level, how that process works, is where you get result. Third
Mm,
one is fast implementer. Implement as quick as possible, because world is changing very fast. You will not be able to catch up if you don't do it today. And
mm.
fourth one is believe that you are a super technical person, because a lot of people think I'm not technical.
Yeah.
Karthik, I'm not technical. I don't know. You know what? Even I'm not a coder. Okay, if you think about it. So the point is, you don't have to be like, what is the definition of a technical person? There's no definition,
Mm,
right? For a coder, he will say I'm non-technical, looking at a person who's like a pro level coder.
mm,
And if you see a person who has no idea, will say I'm non-technical. So the point is about your belief. If you believe that I'm technical, I can handle and build systems easily, that means you are a technical person. Otherwise, if you don't validate, nobody's going to validate for you. And fifth one is the golden triangle, which I personally believe is learn, do, and teach. Always learn, don't stop. Second is implement that in real life, because what you learn and what you do is not same. You will learn a lot when you actually get your hands on. And third one is teach people, because great leaders are there as leaders because they're able to communicate well with their teams, with their students, and with the world. If you can do these three
absolutely.
things, you'll be super successful.
That's amazing. It's like first learn it, apply it, and then share it with like
Yeah,
your audience and customers. Yeah. And my next
absolutely.
question, Karthik, to you is like I see a lot of people, some people tell this person is copying, he copied my idea. He's now what I see a very common thing in coaching and consulting thing is many people try to teach the same thing. It's like the sales funnel, like example, like Russell Brunson came up with this click funnels. He started the
Yeah.
movement, like Sam Owen started the movement of consulting, right? And as even Siddharth tells, it's all about the authenticity, like how we are, like we will never run out of like trainers, coaches, and this thing. But I see some big coaches also who are telling some people steal my stuff, copied my stuff, something like that. What's your take on that? Because at the end of the day, like ABCD is going to be ABCD no matter who teaches it. One person tells say for Apple, another person tells say for uh, aeroplane, right? What's your take on that based on
I always
copying and
tell
modeling?
this. Yeah, I always tell one thing, Akshay, is anybody can copy me. Okay,
Hmm.
so I don't have a problem. I keep telling that. There are a lot of people who even like take the content of what I create, because I am so sure that my content is 100% original. Because the
Hmm.
point is, you can never find it anywhere, because I never Google, I don't do anything. I bring thoughts from my ideas and create it. That's my personal approach, because I strongly believe no matter what I'm learning, but when I teach it, I want that originality to be there. But I
Hmm.
don't expect the same from everybody, even if somebody is taking the content. The only one thing I would feel is a good way to do it is to attribute that to somebody else. So if somebody is taking a concept from Frank Kern, somebody is learning from Russell Brunson, somebody is learning from Robert Kiyosaki, just tell that I learned from this person, and this is what is the concept. The moment you say that, actually you become bigger than what you think.
Hmm. Hmm.
And people start looking at you like a learner. They'll be like, oh, this guy is learned from this person, this person. I think attributing can make everything more awesome for you as a person. And even in case, let's say that you don't attribute, you try to show that it's my content, the only thing is you will still be like kind of a follower to somebody else, right? So as a creator, I'm not insecure, because I know what I've created yesterday is not my permanent thing. I'm still going to create today, tomorrow, day after, right? I'm constantly going to evolve and create. So anybody who who uses the content will always be a follower rather than looking at a content creator. So you ask yourself what you want to be. Okay, you want to be a creator, create it yourself. If you want to be a follower and you want to teach it, attribute that and say that I'm learning from this person, this is the concept that's taught from that person, and I'm teaching it to you. And believe me, your students, your followers on your social media handles will really appreciate you for doing that. Okay, and that builds a genuine trust with your market. So I think that's my take on it. You look at and model, attribute, otherwise you create. There's only two ways to be successful and genuine in this industry.
Absolutely. Somewhere we have to start and give the credits. It's like
Yeah,
okay, right? Like to our mentors, whatever we
that's
have learned.
okay. See, I can see a beautiful book next to you, Good to Great, Jim
Yeah.
Collins. What a
Yes.
fantastic book that is, right? I
He
mean,
tells like yeah.
the book talks about how a person can go from good to great, right? If you want to be great, you got to have values and system. uh, if you want to be good, you can just be good anyhow. Yeah.
And it's completely opposite, the good and the great, right? Like great
Yes.
people do amazing things. And
Right.
yeah, Karthik, now the question is, as you said, like some of the top 10 mistakes, people don't invest in marketing and like they don't like to invest. Now, as a business owner, coach, consultant, what I see many people is they tell like we ourselves don't make money. We only make like 30,000 or 50,000 per month. And softwares itself cost like 15, 20,000, right? How did you scale it? Like, did you gradually scale it, or like you took a loan and like you started to invest in your paid advertisement, or like you went for some funding? Does anybody has funded your business, or like how did it start? Because everybody has to start from zero, right?
Right. Very, very interesting question, Akshay. I'll tell you how I did it. But before that, there's a
Yes.
law of the universe.
Yeah.
Okay, you know how the world and universe works is first you need to give,
Hmm.
then you're going to receive.
Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
so but the biggest challenge is you will tell your business that you pay me first, then I will
Hmm.
invest on you. That
Hmm.
is against the law of the universe. You cannot do that. You cannot go to
Hmm.
your business and tell, give me money first and then I'll invest on you. It
Yeah.
doesn't work like that. You need to invest on your business, then your business will give you return. Okay, exactly is the same what I did. I did use some resources. The world is big, and there are some beautiful banking instruments like credit cards, loans. When I started this training and coaching, I started with zero. I didn't have a single rupee invested
Okay.
on this. I started with just 600 rupees per day budget on ads.
Hmm.
Okay, and I did a webinar. I got like one product sold in my first webinar. 5,000 rupees came and I made like 3,000 rupees profit. I took that 5,000 rupees again. I invested all 5,000, increased the budget to 800. The next
Okay.
webinar I got some three. So I got 15,000 rupees. Okay, 5,000 product. So again invested that to 1,200. And today as I'm speaking to you, so we have a daily budget of minimum 30 to 35,000 rupees every single day.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Okay, so that's, and in the marketing world I'll tell you it's nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
so when you listen to it you'll be like, oh my god, 10 lakhs a month, but we make much more, like compared to the investment. But I know that still the marketing budget that we are not even looking at bigger companies doing, right?
Hmm.
We always feel like, oh, that is a big amount. It's not. If you go to check out any multinational companies, like bigger companies, they invest millions of dollars every day, okay, on marketing to grow the brand. So that's the bandwidth of the business that you can build. Okay, so I believe that you can start small, nothing wrong in it. The only formula that you need to follow is reinvesting back into your business. Okay, 6 months, 1 year, stop everything. Whatever you get, invest 50-60% back on marketing, and live your life with that 50%. Pay everything for whatever is required, and take it to a target that you need to invest at least 15-20,000 a day on marketing. I'm not telling to make money. I'm telling you, you need to have a targets to invest on your business also. A lot of people don't look at that way. They think that how much target should I get? But if you start looking at how much I can invest, 15,000 rupees, if you have to get there, you might take 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, but make it happen. Because by the time you do this, you would have actually grown your business to multiple bigger lakhs. 40, 50, 60 lakhs would be nothing for you to reach when you can actually invest 10 lakh rupees on your business. Okay, it's a dynamic, and for this, you need to be in the zone of achievers. You need to be with people. Even when I'm telling right now, you might not get connected. You might like, what Karthik is talking, 10 lakh rupees he's telling to invest in marketing. But I'll
Yes.
tell you, in my circle of looking at that, actually there are people who do more than this. Okay, so for me, I always look up to, okay, that person is investing so much on marketing. I want to be there. So if you want to be the next level, be with the people who are already doing what you wish to do. Like Robert Kiyosaki tells, right? If you want to get somewhere in life, find a person who's been there and done it. You find that person, follow that, you'll reach that.
Absolutely, like that circle, right? Even I have heard of this. Like you are the average of five people whom you surround
Yeah,
yourself with, right? And I believe in the masterminds which you are there, probably everybody is like spending 10, 15 lakhs at least on the paid
easily, easily.
advertisement,
Yeah.
right? And what I see is many people stick to the organic itself. They don't want to transition. They have some fear. Initially, they lose some 10,000, 20,000, and they are like, ads are not working. What do you want to tell them?
The big advice I'll give you is get detached from money.
Hmm.
Okay, the day you stop having emotional connect with money is the day you can actually build a real business. A lot of people are actually emotionally connected to the money. They feel scared of money. Okay,
Hmm.
in money there are three stages. Okay, one is
Okay.
you actually look at the money and you say that you fear the money. So you're money
Hmm.
fearing. Okay, that means you are like you're scared where will I lose the money. Second stage is where you become friends with money. That means you're like, hey, I'm going to invest, I'm going to get back. Okay, and third is where you dominate the money. Like
Hmm.
literally you control the numbers. So if you want to be there, any one of the stages you're in, you're fearing the money, it's fine. We all have been there. You become friends with money, you're kind of investment return guy or person, that's fine. But your ultimate goal should be that you control the numbers by detaching yourself emotionally, because these numbers, what you're seeing in your bank account, believe me, if everybody in the world tries to encash that number, there is no enough money, because the bank interest rates are like shooting up 40-42% in credit card. And if you look at, if everybody tries to withdraw the amount that is showing in the bank account, in reality there's no so much money. So get detached from money, don't have that emotional connect, and slowly treat them separately as numbers, like how you have a game kind. Okay, you might feel at the moment that how can people treat like that for money, but you will get to a stage there. Once you start getting that consistent income, you actually don't really like have emotional connect. Today there's only 2 sales come in, you don't panic. Tomorrow 5 come in, you don't panic. Even 10 comes in, you'll be like, it's fine, it's a part of the game. So I think getting to that level is the 3 stages. And wherever you are there in the 3 stages, always aim at getting detached emotionally, because you make more sales, you're happy. You make less sales, you're sad. You make no sales, you start judging yourself. Am I doing the right thing? Should I change the care? Not required. Everybody have 0 sales, right? So even if you've not made a sale, sit back, relax, trust in the process, keep a term of implementation. Don't think one webinar, one product, one service I'll sell. Think about 6 month term, and that will
Hmm.
make the
Yes.
difference.
Absolutely. Our main focus for the starting 3 to 6 months is like reinvesting back into the business,
Yeah,
like into the mission, right? And that's
yeah.
how we'll be able to grow. That's incredible. And one more thing, what I see people is like they invest on tools some months when they are not able to earn or like scale. They feel like, should I actually deploy? Like, should I actually have systems? Like example, like you have your own SaaS software or like ClickFunnels or something, right? Who
Yeah.
actually think now is not the time. Maybe I get like many customers, then I'm going to do it. What you want to tell to them?
It is just like building, uh, you're constructing a 24-floor building without a strong foundation.
Hmm.
Okay, even as you grow, it's going to fall. So you need to build a system which is a basic thing. Because just imagine, if you do not have the infrastructure to store your leads, to communicate with your leads through emails, if you don't have a website, if you don't have a landing page, you don't have like email marketing system, SMS, WhatsApp, how will you build a business even in the future? You need to treat your business just like the way that you need to go with a strong foundation, build these systems, and then look at how you can scale it up. And it's a very valid point what Akshay is asking, and a lot of others are asking, that I don't have so much revenues to pay 40,000-50,000 rupees for so many tools. So I struggle upon every month. So all my earning is going to ads and tools, and I'm getting nothing. We all have
Yes.
been there, and that is the reason for me to build even my pipeline. This was built for people like me, okay, like initial stages. So right now the tool what we give for coaches, consultants, or anybody who wants to build a business as an entrepreneur is just 8,000 rupees a month, right? They get like everything, like a website, a landing page, LMS, you name it, social media scheduler, email marketing system, automations. You don't need literally anything if you have my pipeline to build the business. So find out a resource like that. Okay, they will not come and
Absolutely.
search for you. Sit down and research on what are the tools, what are the things, and also look at not just the tool but the community also. Okay, and if my pipeline users are there, they are the people who will help you again. So you need to get into a place where which is economical, which is so strong enough. It does not mean because it's economical the quality might not be good. Absolutely not, it will be great quality. Plus third one is about look at the founders of that, and who are actively promoting that. Because if somebody is like the face of the business and they're promoting it, they own the responsibility of helping you grow your business. So that's how even ClickFunnels like did it, right? Huge respect to what Russell Brunson
Yes.
has done. He changed the marketing world forever, right? It's such an inspiration for anybody building on that way. So look at how you can do it, how you can get into a system that is more that you believe in, the vibe that you believe in. And most of them were not connecting to other country brands, and that's why my pipeline came into existence. We said we're going to have Indian based, like
Nice.
people can just connect and get it done. So find out, reduce your tool cost, don't increase it. I never suggest that, because your entrepreneurship is not about just earning money. It's also about reducing your overheads, at the same time increasing your profitability. If you can do
Mhm.
that, you will never be in a crunch.
Absolutely, that's incredible. And now I've seen like you are into like coaching, helping business owners, and like you also have your own software also, right? How do you see the combination of this both working together? Because I see some people they just do the coaching or consulting, right? You have both the things.
Honestly, Akshay, this was not by choice. This was by
Okay.
chance. Okay, because as I told you, I started the coaching community first. I didn't have a tool.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm.
there are some software companies who do coaching to sell the tool, but we
Mm.
are the reverse. What we did was we built a coaching community, and then everybody had this problem. Karthik, I have to spend like 50,000 rupees a month, 40,000 a month. I don't have so much money. So that's where I started looking at how can we bring something that is in our control. And that's where my pipeline was born. And now we have built a community around it. So anybody uses it and anybody is like going ahead with my pipeline, they become a part of the community, and they keep learning the new techniques, new automations. So it's not just the car. Even if somebody takes like a Porsche and they try to drive it, if they do not know how to hit the top speed, right, that car is just 50-60 kilometer only, it's still going to go in. So it's not about just the tool, it's also about what you can do with the tool. Okay, I also
Mm.
give this one example. Some people think that, okay, which is better? Zoho is better, this is better, my pipeline is better. Always tell them it's just like Sachin Tendulkar's bat.
Yeah.
Okay, if you think that you can take Sachin Tendulkar bat and hit a century, okay, you are in the dream world. Okay, so Sachin is able to do because he's Sachin and he has his bat. Okay,
Yes.
so similar way, even Sachin cannot hit a century with a crap bat. So he needs to have the
That's
quality of a
crazy.
person and the tool both. So I think for you, it's not just the tool. You need to look at the tool, the founder, the community, and yourself. If all of this
Mm.
align, you can build a great business.
It's like combination of all, like you must have the right community, you must have the right knowledge, you also have to put in the right work and effort, and
Yeah,
when you put all these things, that's when the magic happens. That's
absolutely.
absolutely true. Yeah. And Karthik, the next question which I have you is like low ticket versus high ticket. I see like 50% of the world telling low ticket is the best. Like nothing offense to that, because I see so many people like Siddharth and so many people have done super incredible. Level 1, level 2, level 3. Like level 1 anywhere in between 0 to 5,000 to 20,000 rupees, and level 3 20 to 1 lakh rupees. And I've seen in the foreign market people actually telling like high ticket directly go and sell a program which is 2 lakh rupees, $2,000, $10,000, or a mastermind which is recurring, like how Sam Owens sells like $36,000 quantum mastermind. Right now, both are really successful. I'm a student of Sam Owens also and Siddharth Rashekar also. Right? Even now, I'm like, both are really good. Both are having a community of more than 10,000 people. Both have crazy results. Now, whom should I follow and whom should I listen and how should we get started? That question, even which I have, I also have.
You know what, Akshay? People are going to love you for this question. Okay, because
Thank
you
you.
just asked what they want, and it's a great question. Low ticket versus high ticket. So my take
Yes.
on it is, uh, it's not about just balancing with my answer, but honestly, I personally believe, that's my personal belief, is about the approach that you take from your product and service. Okay, now let's say I have a business of elevators. The
Hmm.
elevator itself will cost 10 lakh rupees.
Hmm.
It's going to cost 15 lakh rupees. I'm in real estate. My property itself will cost 2 crore rupees.
Yes.
Now I cannot go with a low ticket model.
Right.
Can I go to real estate and say, you know what, you buy this 2030 site and tomorrow I'll
Hmm.
get you that 8 crore flat?
No.
Doesn't
Hmm.
work like that. So I think it's industry specific when it comes to products and services. You need to pick what works for you specially. Okay, so
Hmm.
even a direct high ticket is a great option. A direct low ticket is also a great option, because end of the day, if you look at the structure of a low ticket, is where you get people with a minimum amount which is negligible. Like people
Hmm.
just invest to test you. It's like a test drive. Okay, you don't go buy a 40, like a 70 lakh rupee BMW without test driving it,
Right. Like you test
right? So
it, see it only when we feel
exactly,
comfortable and safe, we
you
take it.
you drive for 15 minutes, and even you tell the company, you know what, give me for 3 or 2 hours, I want to drive, they'll give you.
Hmm.
So you are actually testing out. So the low ticket model is not about low ticket, it's about the test drive in the front. That could be a 2000 product, 5000 product, whatever it is. It's just for people to take that blind chance with that. But the
Hmm.
moment they take a chance, but when they come into community and they implement those principles, they start looking at result. Hey, this is working. And now what they do is they make the decision to go buy the higher ticket,
Hmm.
right? So
Yes.
if I did not know Sid personally, Siddharth Racheka, if he had offered me 10 lakh mastermind, I probably wouldn't have bought it,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
But because being in that community with the level 1, level 2 understanding, third level, I got value, I made money. So, and then reached a point that 10 lakhs is nothing to give it back to him, because we made multiple crores of rupees from that. I want
Hmm.
so much from ILH system, is because for me giving the 10 lakh a month is like hardly anything, because
Yes.
that's the kind of revenue that has given me. Okay, so
Yeah.
that is also a way where you can build the trust for a long term relationship. The second thing, what Sam Owens and high ticket consulting works is, it works really well for services. Okay, like
Hmm.
let's say that you want to do a digital marketing service for 1 year. Okay, how could you take an approach for this? So one
Hmm.
approach could be like, you sell a 1,000 rupee course, bring them into it, show them how to design and build their brand a little bit, and then you pitch them, hey, you know what, you can actually sign up with us, and per month 50,000 rupees retainer.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
yearly 6 lakh rupee. This person will get more easily convinced rather than you going directly to them. Some
Absolutely.
companies,
Educating them and
yeah,
bringing them.
right. But here you need to understand one thing. Here I'm talking about a person. The
Yes.
same pitch, if I go and tell a company who is already
Hmm.
doing 10 crores that, you know what, you buy my 3,000 rupee ticket, 5,000, and then you experience and then you buy it, they'll be like, no, because they
Hmm.
already have money, right? They'll be like, I don't have so much time. For me, time is money. You show me what you've done for others. If it works, I'm ready to pay you 6 lakhs together.
Hmm.
Got
Hmm.
it? So it's not about the model, it's about your product, service, and your client. You need to analyze whether this client needs to test it out to buy my higher product, or whether this client is already ready and doesn't have time to test out, sit and watch nothing. They want a done for you service, then you pitch the high ticket. So you need to think as a business owner to analyze these to actually use the model. My recommendation is use every model that works for your business. You decide, you adapt, and you implement. That's what is the best way.
Just we have to be confident about getting the results for the people,
Yeah,
right? Like we have to look into like getting the results. Now
absolutely.
that's very great answer. And on the next question which I have over here is, while we are choosing the client, they always tell, right, as Tony Robbins tells, the quality of decisions determines the quality of income what you make. And it's also said like the quality of clients determines the quality of income what you make and your happiness also, right? Like while we are going, I have seen many people, they are trying to showcase their offer or like message to a business owner who himself doesn't make the money, right? At the same time, there is a business owner who makes a lot of money, right? Initially, a lot of people try to reach out to people who don't have the money, especially for the service
Right.
industry, right? How should we basically choose our clients? Because choosing our clients is very important. It's just like a
Yeah.
marriage, right? Like choosing the right partners and right client. What is the criteria like you set if you were to help a business owner hands on, like where you sit with them, you or your team, right?
So the good news is it is not as complicated as selecting a life partner. Okay, that much I can tell you surely. Okay,
Yeah.
that is more complex, but business owner selecting client is much easier. Okay, that's the good
Yes.
news. So, how do you select a client is where you understand the needs of that person and where that person has to go.
Hmm.
Okay, so when you speak to a client, let's say you're doing a one to one, you're actually communicating. If you do not understand where is that person right now and where that person has to go to, if this person is making 50,000 a month and this person is aiming at making 3 lakh rupees a month, if you do not know this journey right, you cannot decide whether this client is for you or no, because
Hmm.
you will not know whether you can solve this problem by taking this person from 50,000 to 3 lakh rupees. And the moment you feel, hey, I can do this, then you need to understand that where this person comes from. What's the background? Is that financial paying capacity available? Okay, and some of them tell this, uh, why should the money be there? If you want to help people, just help. Okay, the problem is if you don't fill your stomach, you can never feed others.
Right. Hmm.
Right, this is the biggest mistake that happens. You cannot starve yourself and try to feed the whole world and say that, you know what, I'm going to help everybody. It doesn't work like that. First is your business has to sustain. If you don't sustain, you're going to go out of the business. So you
Hmm.
need financial income to maintain your team, your business, and everything. So you need to see whether this person is financially capable to make that investment to get that result. See, I'll
Hmm.
tell you, any person will invest as long as that person needs that result. Right? Let's say that tomorrow I badly want something. Even if I don't have a single rupee, I will generate that money from somewhere else to make sure that I take it. Right? So
Absolutely.
the value of that is extremely important. Okay, like you must be remembering that in FBR, okay, Sid's event, the spiritual master. Okay, so he gave an example. If I give uh, a Benz or a car that is like
$1,000.
80 lakh rupees for 80, yeah, some 80 lakh rupees, which is for just like 1000 rupees, will you all take it?
Yes.
Everybody is like, yeah, I'll take it for 1 lakh rupees. Now imagine if you directly go to this person and ask, can you give 1 lakh? He'll not give. But when they know that they can get a car of 80 lakh for 1 lakh, they will arrange that 1 lakh rupees.
Hmm.
So the value of your product and service that you're going to solve is the ultimate for the person to say yes or no for the price that you're quoting them. If you can quote them right and they feel that you're giving worth of so much and that is so valuable for them, your quote is nothing for them.
Absolutely. It's like give more than what you take, like the universe, even the strangest secret from Earl Nightingale, he also tells in that, right? Like you become a giver, the more you give, the universe gives you back in return,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? Ask
Yeah.
and you get, and give and like the customer,
Yeah.
like make your customers happy and your customers will make you happy, right?
Absolutely. because it's a win-win. See, it's not like they're paying us. Actually, they're investing on themselves, on their business, and they are going to eventually grow in business. And at the same time, all the experience and expertise what we have as entrepreneurs, we're just giving it to them to cut short the learning curve, and they also eventually make. So it's a win-win situation. So entrepreneurship is win-win. It's not like one is making a favor to other. Like earlier days, people used to say, "Customer is king." And you know what? Why that sentence came in? I'll just quickly tell you this.
Yes, yes.
People used to say that customer are king because before internet came in, it was a very small place. Like one shop used to be there, and they could count the number of customers. They had only 50 customers in that village. So
Right.
every day they had to bank upon this 50 customers. That's why the 50 customers became kings, and the retailers or business owners became the serving people. Now the world has gone so big that the point is the retailers or the sellers are very less in number, but the buyers are huge across the world. Okay, so right now there is no logic of saying customer is the king. It is a win-win. It's not like even the seller is the king, but I think it's a win-win situation. It's just exchange of value with money, with products and services, or you're solving problem, somebody pays you money. And it's a pure exchange of value with each other to make their lives better is entrepreneurship.
Absolutely, that's phenomenal. It's like if you place even Jeff Bezos, he talks in that book, right? Made in America, and like what he read from the great Walmart stores. Like he identified like giving the best value to the customers, right? Like giving the most value. Yeah. And Karthik, like once after you have gone through so many hurdles, problems, and like you have crossed to like 5 crores and more, like you qualify to tell somebody how they can go super fast from 0 to 1 crore. If they have to go from 0 to 1 crore, what do you think is the five most important thing they have to focus on? Is it the offer? Is it the ads? Is it the funnels? What are the most important things if you turn back again, right? And if you were to start again from complete rock bottom, like from zero, no brand, no awareness, zero followers, but you have some good knowledge with you, how will you go about it?
First thing I'll do is not to go fast.
Okay.
Okay, because uh, I believe as an entrepreneur, the biggest lessons that you learn is during your initial days.
Mm,
Okay, because when you start off, you have nothing to lose. You don't have a name, you don't have an identity, you don't have money, you don't have
yeah.
brand, you don't have customers. So you're not going to lose anything actually. So love that
Yes.
moment because you're never going to get it back. Okay.
Right.
Second is once you start making that money and you have a name, to launch one thing, you'll think 100 times. Oh, will this work? Will this accept? Will this not accept? That's the problem, right? You see celebrities like big stars, to do one movie, they break their head on the script. A new
Yes.
guy will come like that, do a movie, and it will be a super hit. Okay, so if you want to take entrepreneurship, be the new guy. Okay, don't worry too much on what happens. Take it slow. Love your journey because this journey that you create is going to be a history of the future.
Mm, mm,
That's
mm,
the story that you will tell the world tomorrow. So don't go fast, don't take shortcuts. Take the right decisions. Look at people who've already done it. Understand and see what they've completed and take the journey. So if I had to start from zero today, I would still do exactly the same what I've done. I would have
mm,
simply followed one mentor. I would have learned from that, but my product would have been unique. Okay, I would never teach what my mentors sell. Okay, that's not what I want. I want to do is learn the formula from them, but sell what I believe in. And once I start selling that, slowly like increase, reinvest, 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 grow your business to one stable and focus on the profitability. Okay, as an
mm,
entrepreneur, most people do this mistake is they focus only on the revenue. They're like,
mm.
if I earn 5 lakhs a month, that's enough. And they'll be spending 4 lakhs on everything. You
Right.
can't do
Mm,
that. You need to have a minimum profitability. Overall, at least you need to try from 2x to at least 8 to 10. Okay,
mm,
anything between that, what is 2x is you invest 50,000 rupees per month on salary, ads, everything. You should minimum make 1 lakh in the beginning, reach to making 5 to 6 lakh rupees. So every month it's like a think entrepreneurship like a machine. You put like 50,000 rupees, you get 6 lakhs at the end of the month. Tell me
Right.
any investment in the world that can give you that much return.
Nothing.
Is absolutely nothing. Nothing can give you 3 times or 4 times of your investment. It's only your business. Stop looking at other options for investment. Start focusing on your business. Invest on your business and
Absolutely.
multiply that and take it further. That's what I would do.
Yeah, and you being a bootstrap company, like what's your take? Because
Yeah.
so many people see all these fundings, like Byju's, big companies
Yeah.
getting $1 billion, that physics wala, all those things, right? Like if you were to opt after like few months or like few years, somebody came and approached, hey Karthik, here is the $1 billion, like for your my pipeline company to scale it up. Will you take that offer, or like you want to be like bootstrapped itself?
I will take it. Okay. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
See, a company's growth should never be restricting with the founder's ideologies.
Hmm.
Okay, because the ideologies are right according to the founder, but the brand is bigger than the founder.
Hmm.
Okay, if you see, Apple is obviously bigger than Steve Jobs, and that's why it's sustaining. He was the founder, but today Apple has gone next step. So when you start a business, you are everything, your decisions, your ideologies, perfect step to go ahead. But once you know that this has the capability to go to the world, you need to open doors for it.
Hmm.
You cannot be that insecure parent holding your child telling, no, 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 I'm not going to send. If I send outside, my child is going to get spoiled. If I send my business outside, it's going to go loss. Don't have
Hmm.
that step, is personally what I believe. That once starting off, I believe in the concept. I believe in bootstrap for every venture I start. And even a new venture, which will be like launching in about 2 months from now, which is definitely going to be a revolutionary. We're working on it right now. That is also bootstrapped. And a lot of people told me that, why don't you get funding? You already have the brand, and if you approach, you'll easily get people fund. But I said, I want to first make that idea into reality.
Hmm.
Okay, get
Hmm.
that initial 500 clients, 1000 clients for that business, and then I will go into investing. If somebody is interested to invest, then we'll open up doors for it. And after 2-3 years, I don't mind stepping down as the CEO, bringing somebody more experienced and putting them as a CEO, and being the investor and being the growth partner of that brand. So I'm not attached to being that person where everything is with me. No, I would want to let that brand grow and move ahead. So brand is ultimate, and we are the channel on this journey.
Absolutely. Like once we have the good brand, the money flows, the team members flows, everything, right?
Yeah.
And coming down to the team, Karthik, like based on what criteria like you look into if you were to hire someone, right? Because I faced a lot of problems when I was doing my engineering. I had 45 interns I had hired from Reva University here and there. People come and go, and it's like something like emotional relationship kind of one. When people leave you, we feel like little bit heartbroken, like oh my god, like they were like so awesome, everything, right? What's your take on that? How was your experience building your company, like the team?
Okay, so let me be very honest. Do you know what is the toughest work in the world? Is to manage
Getting the
people.
smartest people, right, to our
No,
team.
it is managing the people.
Yes.
Okay, so getting people is one challenge. You might still get it through portals, LinkedIn, Facebook, all of that, but managing people is will be your toughest thing ever. Okay, so leverage the powers of systems and automation as much as you can.
Hmm.
Okay, because that is the way to build a business. You see,
Yeah.
big businesses never depend on human beings to do few things. It's all automated. Wherever you need humans, put humans there. Okay,
Hmm.
and next is the future is going towards robotics and everything, right? So you
Yes.
will naturally see coding and everything in the future. Probably even doctors and operatings could be done by robots in the future. So there's a very good possibility to do that, but I still love people. But the only problem with managing people and building teams I see is about the each person's value system, their ideologies, and their preferences are different. So
Hmm.
to manage this becomes harder as an entrepreneur for you, but you still need people. And even for me, my team, I build a team based on what they want, and I pay them good, because I always tell that pay good enough so that they don't leave you. Second is get the best out of them. But a
Absolutely.
lot of entrepreneurs do the reverse. They try to pay less. They say you need to be passionate. Okay, and how will they be passionate? Okay, because money is not coming, and you're expecting that person to be passionate. You can't give them money what they require and then tell them that be passionate, and then
Hmm.
you make use of it. You believe in your
Absolutely.
business, pay them well,
Yeah.
motivate them, build a strong value system, and involve them and give them those leadership roles in your organization. And don't sit and spoon feed any employees or staff. Instead, delegate a task and let them do it by themselves. That's the practice I do. I have a team. I have my team who works. I'm right now in my studio, but I have my office also in the same floor. So all my team is still working outside. They don't
How
have to
many
come to
team
me every day.
members do you have, Karthik, by the way, like to grow to
Yeah.
like such an extent, right? Like more than making more than 5 crores. Do you have a team of 500 people, 50 people? How many do you have?
See, the beauty is about it's not. The good news is that your income is not proportionate to your team. Okay, so because even if you have more team, you might actually not earn so much. So I think it's all about structuring. So I have a team member of eight member team in house. Okay, like who
Hmm.
works with me, who are very specific roles. I have a developer, I have an accountant, I have payment collection team, and then I have a social media management, social media and community manager, and then I have a support, then I have a graphic designer. Okay, like
Hmm.
six
Hmm.
people in house working, including me, it's seven. And along with this, my development team are outsourced. I don't hire my
Okay.
developers. Instead, I go to people who are really excellent. I give the project to them. I tell them, you complete this and give it to me. And I give them the ideas. I do the user story and all of that with them. And when they create the product, they create it, but I market it. End of the day, I have a dedicated team who does the development. So I don't hire developers like a chief technical officer in house, but I have a great team who works in the back end. So they're easily about some 15-20 people. So works that way.
Absolutely. That's amazing. And now let's go for a rapid round. Are you ready for it? Like all one-liners, two-liners,
Yeah, let's
right?
let's do it.
So,
Yes.
yeah. What will be your advice? Yeah, how old are you right now currently?
I cannot tell my age.
Okay,
Okay,
not
I'm in
an
my
issue.
30s. Yeah,
Oh,
that's right. I'm in
nice.
my 30s.
Now,
Yeah.
if you were like again 20 years, right? What will be the three piece of advice you want to give to younger Karthik who is 20 years, right?
My younger self, I'll tell first is that I should have earned money. Okay, I did not know the concept of earning money until I was 24-year old. Okay, so I realized that I need to earn money in 24. So I would honestly tell myself when I was 10-year old that the world runs on earning money. Okay, so I did not realize that. And second thing I would say is like acquiring the skills faster. So all the technical skills that's around you. So if you don't acquire it right now, you're always going to be late. And third one is start early. Okay, like I wish I would have started at least 6 years earlier. Though a lot of people say that you're really young to do what you're doing, but I still see people who are 19, 20-year old building $1 million company and $1 billion. So I wish I knew at least like 7, 8 years earlier what I know. So that itself is my three things.
That's awesome. And what will be your top three books which you recommend to all the audience who are watching this at Real Knowledge Club?
Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, and second is the Cash Flow Quadrant again by Robert Kiyosaki, which tells about what the world runs on. And the third one I would recommend from my side is I love this book, Psychology of Money. Okay,
Hmm.
so I love reading financial books because it gives me a lot of knowledge about finance and controlling that. So I think these are my three books, but there are some great books like Think and Grow Rich, Secret, all of that. But for me personally, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, and Psychology of Money. Yeah.
That's crazy. And does the life partner play an important role in business? Do we need or like we don't need?
I don't have a life partner yet, so I'm not married. So I do not
Okay.
know how they play an important role. But I strongly believe eventually you definitely need a good person who can understand your dreams. It could be your friend, it could be you're in a relationship, or it's your wife, it's your family. But I think you need that one person whom you can connect emotionally, and you can be yourself to discuss on even the foolish ideas that you get. Even if you get some random ideas and you share, that person should never judge you, and that person is very important in everybody's life. And yeah, I do have one person whom I discuss with, so it is important on the overall.
That's super amazing. And Karthik, like if you were to appreciate like some of your mentors or like your team members whom you have come until now, right? Like, can you just name or like tell us like who are they
One
so
person,
that
Siddharth
others
Rajshekar.
can?
Okay,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
Siddharth Rajshekar. He's the only mentor I've literally followed. Okay, and honestly, I've not learned from anybody. If anybody's thinking, I have a lot of mentors. No, I just have one person, that's Siddharth Rajshekar, and with him, it's the values that I've learned and the kind of true essence of giving back to the world, the true value system with having the income and profitability. You make a lot of money, you are profitable at the same time, really caring for people and building that world where people love you. Okay, so that's something
Absolutely.
that I've learned, and I literally say that that's one person who's there on my wall of inspiration also. If you come to
And
my
this book
office,
is like,
I yeah, I have like five people over there, and Siddharth is there on my wall of inspiration.
wow, that's amazing. And I highly recommend everyone to take this
Yeah.
book also. You Can Coach. It's a great inspiration. And Karthik, like for all the people who are listening, if they want to learn more about like sales automation or like if they like business owner or like someone who is struggling, how they can reach out to you, learn like how they can follow you on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah, they can simply go and Google Karthik Naidu, and they'll hit my website, which is karthiknaidu.in. Okay, KARTHIKNAIDU.in, and in my website there's all information about what programs we have. And as I told you, even the low ticket, we just started at 1,999 in the initial. I want people to know the power of what they can do. Okay, it's just 1,999 because I want more people to do it, and we have hundreds and hundreds of people joining every month. Okay, because I want to educate whole India about how they can really do it, and that's why it's a no-brainer. And even though people tell me that you should be charging at least 10,000 rupees and all for that, but I'm like, let people use it, and when they see the value, they'll build something. So it's a form of giving back at a very no-brainer point, so that they can also learn about sales automation, because that is something that every business needs to succeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was super incredible, Karthik. And like one piece of advice, any last advice before like we conclude, which you want to tell to all the audience who are watching at Real Knowledge Club Summit? Mm.
Uh, my only one advice that I would give to any entrepreneur or anybody who's watching this is, uh, just do what you're thinking.
Mm.
And that's the biggest challenge. People don't do what they think. They think a lot. They get so many ideas, so many thoughts, so many ideas, and but they don't implement it. I think the world is losing out. If there's something that the world is not 100 years ahead or 500 years ahead from today, is only because people did not put their thoughts into action.
Mm.
If
Mm.
people, every human being on the earth, puts their thoughts into action today, okay, the scale at what we can change the world is going to be massive. If one Elon Musk can change the world the way he's working towards, imagine the whole planet, billions of people. How can we really impact what you think? First implement that. That's my advice.
Absolutely. It was phenomenal. Thank you so much, Karthik, for sharing like your amazing wisdom, years of experience. I believe all the people who are watching this, they have got some great actionable steps. And I highly recommend all of you guys to just go ahead, take action, implement, and get massive results, make a world a better place to live. And thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Karthik,
Thank you
for
so much,
sharing.
Akshay. I just want to personally thank you also for having me here online, because I totally understand that this is something that would definitely connect with a lot of members with you. And thanks for having me here. And you're doing a great job. I've been looking at how you help people with international clients and other things that you're doing. A great tribe that you're building. It's not about the size of the tribe or whatever, but the kind of true effort to reach out to people, to bring for your people, is something that you're doing awesome. Okay, because if
Thank you
you had
so much.
not reached out to me and followed up, I would probably not be here to share what I'm sharing. So all credits to you. Thanks for having me here, and
Thank you.
wishing everybody the best. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Do like, share, and subscribe if you guys liked it. Have a great day. Bye bye. By now, you must have understood in order to reach the goal, you must have the right systems and processes. If you're like a coach, consultant, entrepreneur, and you want to have a system in place, like a proper funnel, landing page, like webinar, and want to make the webinar even more persuade like a you need a persuasive script, and you need an LMS, learning management system, to launch, like put out your course, like a proper system and a community and everything, like with right WhatsApp automation, CRM, and everything. And what you can do is like you can book a call with us in the link in the description, me or my team. You can connect with us on a discovery call, and we'll understand where you are right now and where you want to be, and we'll tell you exactly how we can help you out, or if not, we can redirect you to some other source, right? With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the podcast. Bye bye.